All right, I think I'm streaming. Oh, let's get rid of this real quick. All right. Let's see. Is there anybody here? Anybody watching? So, basically, my name is Brandon Hale, and I am doing Ben Burns' 2-hour album challenge, where I'm going to take 2 hours and try to write a track for this charity album. Hey Chris, what's going on? So before I show, let's actually just get rid of this for a minute. It's weird looking, but it's fine. So yeah, so I'm gonna make a track in 2 hours, and I hope I can do it. I'm gonna be using a weird tool called Common Lisp, and specifically a package called Common Music to do it. And I don't know how far I'm gonna get in 2 hours to make like a real track that sounds listenable, but you know, who knows? It might be fun. It might be a good time. So to start this off, if I'll just have to say, if anything is too loud, not loud enough, just scream at me in the chat. As you can see, I can see the chat. So yeah, so just say something to me and I'll make sure I adjust things. So, okay, so I wrote a little script to help me with this, actually. What is it? 2-hour timer. All right. So I wrote this little script, and it's going to yell at me every 30 minutes. So yeah, and it'll also tell me when 2 hours is over. So, all right, I don't know if I'm ready, but 3, 2, 1, let's go. Cool. So I'm going to open up my text editor here. This is Emacs. I love it. It's fantastic. Yeah, me too, Chris. Me too. All right, thank you. I was a little worried about it picking up my breathing, so. All right, let's go here, and sorry, I might be quiet here and there because I have to think really hard sometimes to do this, so that's a thing. So what are we gonna call this? I guess just 2HAC.lisp. Bam. All right, well, here we are, a blank canvas. I'm actually going to steal, I think, some code that I've already written in transient.lisp. Yes, this is the one. So I don't think this is cheating to steal some code. Thank you. I'm glad it's better. So we have this function. We're going to take that. Oh, and we need to start something to actually make sound too, because Common Music is only going to do MIDI. So I'm going to start up Renoise, which is one of my favorite DAWs. I wish it was open source, but it's not. But that's okay. All right. So let's find something that will sound nice. I did like this synth. This synth was pretty fun. Uh-oh, what's happening here? Okay, I guess I'm not using that synth today. I don't know why. It may be because OBS is streaming. It may not like that. Let's see. I'll go with the Korg Wave Station. I love this synth. All right, cool. So we've got that. So let's make sure first, before I start coding, I'm a little anxious, so I want to get right into it, but I actually need to set up some things first. So let's go. We got to turn on real-time audio here. Bam. Now a coordinate shows up, which is what I want. And we'll pipe that into renoise. And now we should be able to make some sound. All right. Let's just actually make like a little function, like, I don't know, like a test function. We can just say, we could actually just send it like this, I think. Just say 1 root. Oh, we don't need the channel. That's good. Let's test this out. 60. So root is going to be MIDI. So 60, I'm pretty sure that's middle C. Uh-oh. Can we just say new MIDI? Is it connected right? Maybe that's the reason why. Okay. Why is that? So I can get notes in. This is a great start. Well, instead of doing that, let's try okay. Ambient random rhythm is undefined. Okay, so with Lisp, everything, you can make functions for everything, right? So, oh, what was that? Did I just get something from? I think it was. The madness has begun. There it is. So I need this function here. Is OBS being weird? Is it doing weird things? Does the desktop freeze or something? Yep, so we got that. Make sure I define that. And random and list. Okay, where's that at? It may have been easier just to write a new function. Okay, clarinet, random octave. Oh, for my audio. Oh, you know what? That might be my fault. I need to pipe in Renoise's audio. There we go. Yep. Thank you, Chris. So I hope you don't mind that I call you Chris on live stream. I apologize if you do. This should be going to live stream input. And right here. Okay, so now you should be able to hear that. Cool. All right. So we have that. So I'm thinking about, I want to make kind of like an ambient piece with this. So I have this function, and what it lets us do is it makes a list. So in Lisp, lists are really useful because Lisp is made specifically to process lists. That's actually what Lisp stands for. What this function is going to do is it's actually going to loop and create this list based on these variables here. And then from there, it's going to do this section where it's going to make, let's see if I can figure it out. It's going to repeat the repeat amount times, which is defined up here. So it's an argument that I can pass to it when I execute it. And it's going to make this rhythm equal this. And then this rhythm's actually going to be used in the wait time between notes and the duration of the notes. So this ambient random rhythm is actually really important because it gives it life. So if everything was just eighth notes directly, it's going to sound really computery. So this function is actually going to let me, it's actually going to just randomize whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, and eighth notes for me. So I don't have to think about rhythm, which is really, really cool and interesting. And I think it creates something that I don't think I would create on my own. And the actual like object it creates is this new MIDI, this function. And the key num is going to be determined by this block of stuff, which for the moment I'm just going to leave as is because I think it would just make it easier because I don't have much time. Because I can not only have to do this part, but also have to figure out the audio part, which I'm a little intimidated, but I think it's going to be fun. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's start fresh here. So let's do A, B, C, D. All right, what do I want to play? Let's see. So I'm on my keyboard right now. That's just what you're hearing. Let's see. Okay, let's do a fifth. Ooh, I like that. Let's do -1, so that is going to be a major seventh, but below. That's going to be a third, but below. So what is that? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we can do is we can just say 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So 4 up from the root is going to be major third, and we could just subtract 12 from it, and there's our octave lower. So I don't have to really think about the math. I don't know how much time that saved, but you know. Okay. So let's see what happens. We'll set the repeat amount to 3. And if you're unsure of what any of these like arguments in this function means, just look down here. Emacs helps you out. It highlights it, so it knows that this is the marimba lick 2 function, which I need to rename. And it's going to, here's the root. So if I highlight this, it highlights root for me, telling me that's the root note, and then that's the repeat amount. So let's hear what it sounds like. Any inspiration? No, I just thought it would be a fun like challenge. I think the tools for me is what's inspiring me. So that's already interesting. So Common Music has a global variable called tempo. And we're going to change that because this function actually uses that variable. So let's make it 140. Let's see what happens. Aha. So the duration is always going to be eighth note. So let's change that. I got to actually spell this, don't I? Bam. Ambient random rhythm. Cool thing about Lisp is you can just call functions wherever you want, so let's just call that and see what happens. Okay, let's go ahead and pump this up at 12 dB. Well, that might actually be kind of loud. Let's see. Another cool thing about Emacs is that I can actually just pull it up in a terminal above me and work on the same thing I was just working on. So okay, let's actually give it some early reflections. Okay. Let's make this 15. Oh. Let's give it some hall reverb. Aha, now we're getting somewhere. I gotta watch my correlation here though, don't I? Look at that. I don't have enough screen real estate, guys. Oh, that's nice. I just want to check the chat. All right, let's what can we apply to the sound to make it cool? Maybe a little chorus, maybe, you know what, maybe let's try flanger. Let's see. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, you know what? I lied about the inspiration part. There is inspiration. There's a theme to this. The theme is entropy. I forgot about that. The theme is entropy. So, I lied about that. And entropy, I was looking up the definition, and there's like a scientific definition, and there's also like it kind of relates to randomness. So I'm really happy that I chose the tools I did, because I'm kind of doing that. I swear it's going to get more interesting, I hope. I just want to get some good sound first, so I don't have to tinker with that so much once I start like actually making stuff. 25. Uh-oh. Oh, that's why. I gotta actually set this plugin to only spit out to channel 1. There we go. So a lot of gotchas in this setup. What's it called? Maximizer? What is maximizer? So this is just here. If I start clipping, it'll just stop me from clipping. That's all this is going to do. And then maybe later if I want to make it louder, but I'm not worried about loudness right now. Also, I need to set, speaking of gain, where is it's actually in song properties, song options. Set that to 0. So if I keep it at -6, it will make sure that the output is at -6 as the top, and I don't want that. I want 0 dBFS. A donation stream for a second monitor. I have a second monitor. I'm using it to monitor OBS. But I like the resolution of this one. It's square, and I like that for like typing. It makes it a lot of fun. There we go. I like that. Like the louder stuff sounds different than the quieter stuff. I really like the change in like velocity. Actually, there's no change in velocity here, but I like the change of what do you call it? Dynamics. That's the word. All right. So let's figure out what's going on here. So we got random in list, marimba lick2 list. Okay, so marimba lick2 list is here. So let's change all this to make it synth. Let's call it synth 1, or actually ambient synth. And then we're going to go ahead and change the lick2 with ambient synth. Yep. Cool. That's done. Make sure this still works. Yep. Look at that. Emacs makes my life easier. I like that a lot. So what should we change? Oh yeah, so let's go look at the key num. There's so much going on here that sometimes I can get distracted. So we got random in list, so it's gonna pick a random note. Okay, so this whole block here is actually gonna loop as many times as the repeat amount is. So if I say 1, it's just gonna go through one loop. So every time it loops, it's going to do this block of code for the key num, which is just the MIDI key. So it's going to pick a random note. It's going to, from this list that I made right here, it is going to add it with clarinet random octave, and this has its own kind of arguments. I'm going to keep this because this helps me, it helps kind of disperse the octaves a little bit, so it's not just in the same octave plane. So this little block here is just going to make like numbers that are kind of like random for octave. And let's see, I actually labeled it. So yeah, percent chance. So 30%, it's going to go 2 octaves. So 2 up or 2 down, I think. And then it's going to multiply it by 12 to give me the octave, to then add it to the random and lists and to the root, which the root is the argument I give it. So it's going to be at 60. So all of this is going to revolve around 60. So that's perfect. Yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, it's a really good way to kind of randomize some of this. What I could do is change the durations to make them longer, I think. So let's actually just experiment and just make this, I don't know, like a half note, since we're at a pretty high tempo. That might get loud, but that's okay. Okay. I like that. Let's randomize this. Not really randomize it, but let's just like automate it a little bit. Let's see what it's doing. Put that there so I can look at it. I like Renoise's plugins because they have these nice GUIs that make things easy on you. I don't know if y'all can still hear me while music is playing. If you can't, just let me know if anyone's watching. Oh, that clipped. Alright, so this is great. So I have this nice function, and I'm just playing one at the moment. There's nothing stopping me from playing as many as I want, so let's actually experiment with that. Let's go make another, and let's make it 60 plus 12. I'm too lazy to do the math, even though it's 72. And let's automate this channel, or let's make an argument rather. Let's actually let's make this optional. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Optional. Thank you, Emacs. And then let's make a new function real quick. I can actually do some function. Nil to. Oh, do I already have this function? I do. Okay. I've got a definitions file that loads when common Lisp loads, so there may be in that. But what this will do is if I don't insert anything, it will be nil, which is like false, kind of, for common Lisp. And this won't like that if that happens. So what this will do is, if I don't include a MIDI channel, it will just be 0, which is MIDI channel 1. Okay, let's make sure this still works. And it does. Cool. So now I can make this on a different MIDI channel. Can make it on a different MIDI channel. So that means I can now have new instruments. So I'll do that too, and let's make another instrument. Let's actually load like a sample. It should be under renoise instruments. I want marimba, because that's gonna sound nice. Where is it at? There's xylophone, but that's not it. Is it under this? No. Where is marimba? Do I have it? "30-minute mark." Oh boy. I feel like I haven't even started anything. You know what? That's okay. It's gonna be alright. Let's try xylophone. Oh jeez, that's loud. Cool. Actually, you know, the challenge may be sending this only to one track. I haven't tried that yet. Let's see if I can do it up here. Oh God. So VSTs are easy to send to one track, but samplers, renoises samplers may not be as easy. Well, here, let's just go ahead and try this. Okay. And this needs to be a lot longer. Actually, I don't know why they wouldn't all be set to just trigger. That makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know how to send something to only one track like this in renoise if it's a sampler. I would think it would be here. That's kind of lame, isn't it? I have a workaround. I have Redux, which is renoise in a plugin. No, I don't want to download it. Let's go find those samples. I think this will work. Oh, here's my marimba. Perfect. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. That's what I wanted. Yes, do that. We'll send this to track 2. Oh, this is great. Much better. Now let's get rid of these samples, these garbage samples. They're not garbage, but... Now if we go over here. Perfect. Oh, man. Yes, that is what I want. So now I should be able to send... oh, hey, look, there's more people. Shades of Kirkhope. So now I should be able to just send this to Marimba if I want. Oh, yeah. Let's copy these early reflections. Please don't blow up in my face. Oh, shoot. It's the wrong instrument. That's cool, but I really would like, what is that? What is that? It's like a delay line that keeps going. What is that called? Actually, let me get the chat window so I can see what people are saying while I am working in Renoise. Whoops. There we go. Much better. What is it called? Is it all pass filter? Is that what it is? Let's see. Is it all pass? I mean, I think it should be a native plugin in Renoise. Let's. Oh, it's comb filter. I should have known that. I'm a little nervous. I don't know if you can tell. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's crunch it. Make it a little crunchy. Yes. Yes. I like that. Isn't that cool? It's beautiful. Let's actually send it through the early reflections though. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mew. Let's actually automate this a little bit. What was it gonna do? Let's automate that. Oh, whoops, I'm in the wrong window. Tiling window managers, am I right? That might be too much though. I don't know. Okay, so I've got these two weird things. And it's the same musical function in common music, right? It's not anything different. It's just different arguments to them. So now I'm going to add them together and see what happens. Oh, thanks, Toxic. It's wild for me too. I'm kind of like, I've been working with this with Common Lisp and Common Music for I think 5 months now, half a year, and I'm still learning things. Like I'm reading through one of the only books you can read through it, called Notes from the Meta Level, which is made by the same guy who created the original version of this. But I've been reading through that. I haven't gotten through all of it, so I don't know all the tricks yet, but oh yeah, like this is pretty cool, right? Oh, I need to make this much longer. Oh yeah, isn't that cool? Whoops. Shrapnel City, I don't think I could ever use Tiling Window Manager. Specific size is too much. I do like large windows too. That's kind of like why I like Tiling Window Manager, or at least why I like i3, because I can like keep everything on like a separate desktop. You can do it with other window managers too, but I kind of like when you're typing, you don't have to leave the keyboard. You can just stay on the mouse. It's really nice. All right, so what should I add next? What should I add next? Well, I do know I want to make this kind of wide. So let's kind of widen this. And let's just make a copy of this down here. Oh, did I get any sound from that? Oh. So you gotta be careful in Common Lisp, because one wrong parentheses can cause things to not work right. So you might see me struggle with just the syntax sometimes. Drums? Drums, that's a good question. It's a good question. I'll think about drums. I'm just worried I don't have enough time to do that. Because I've never really programmed drums in common music yet. Well, heck, you know what? Let's just give us a bass drum. Let's try to do that. So we can actually like write a function. Bass drum. And for right now, I won't give any arguments. So let's do process. Let's do repeat, and then note amount. This is just, I was hesitating because I didn't know what to call it. And then we just do output, MIDI, time now. If you say now, you can do it in the scheduler. Or I think it all does to the scheduler, but it works with now. I'm not actually quite sure why. Oh, let's actually give it a rhythm too, so we can like determine and change it on the fly. Key num. Oh shoot, I don't know what key it's going to be, so let's just call this note, and we can just decide later. And let's switch that. Thank you, Emacs. And then channel, we're gonna definitely need to be able to change this. So let's change that. All right, that looks good. And then we need to wait, and then we should do this. And since we want it to be kind of an even kick, let's make it the same wait time as the duration. All right, let's test this out. A lot of times you make a function, it just sometimes a lot of times it won't work when you just run it at first because you just haven't typed it right. So that is okay. Let's just do that. Let's make it note 60 rhythm. Let's make it quarter note and MIDI channel. Let's just keep it at 0 for the moment. Oh, and that reminds me, the channel needs to be nil to 0. And then I think that's only 3. Yeah. Well, not to worry, we can just add 1. Lazy programming. Oh, that's weird. Is that like a delay between that? That's really strange. That's cool though. It kind of gives it some life. Okay, let's go figure out what I'm going to use for drums. Let's load up another Redux. So if, I don't know if everyone was watching. Oh no, I don't want to download this. But I can't just load in a sample because then I can't tell it I can't tell the instrument of those samples to just be in a specific track in Renoise. So I'm just going to load it up in Redux, which I know it's redundant, but it works. I'm just looking through its stock, Renoise's stock bass drums. Oh, interesting. Okay, maybe it is 5 then. We'll play around with it. Oh yeah, that's what I want. I want this nano kick 1. Oh, I kind of like that too, though. I hope y'all remembered which kick I said I liked, because I can't remember. No, I'm just kidding, actually. It was up here, wasn't it? Yep, there it is. All right, what I want to do with this, though, suddenly obnoxious drum. What I want to do is actually kind of randomize the pitch a little bit. So I'm going to add in a little bit of a randomizer for that. Oh, I also need to make this one shot. Let's see. You really can't hear it, can you? You can't really hear it that much, but that's okay. Let's actually add a little bit to this filter. Nano 1, thank you. So I like to kind of play with Renoise's cool sample techniques like this because it can make things sound like more natural very easily. It's something that a lot of DAWs I haven't found can do as quickly as Renoise. And I also like using trackers. That might be too high of a resonance. So that's another reason why I like Renoise, because it's like an amazing tracker. And it works on Linux. Because I ain't going to use Windows. That's cool. Let's try it out. Okay, we need to go ahead and set the MIDI channel. 3. Track 3. And we need to make this track 3. Yeah, you know, I don't think I like the resonance being so high. Let's just kind of do that. Yeah, that's cool. And then we can add distortion. Just a little bit of distortion makes everything sound good. It's not really what I want. Moist. Actually, I don't want this kind of distortion. I lied. I want this kind of distortion. I want that kind of distortion here. I don't know, it's kind of too punchy now though, isn't it? I mean, I can't figure out what I want. I think this got to go. Maybe it's this that I don't like. Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, I think that's much better. I mean, granted, it's going to be doused in reverb, probably. Oof, what is that? Oh, you know, I should probably be testing it with this. Should be 2. It doesn't sound too good, does it, guys? Yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe the distortion just won't work. That's going to be very muddy. Yeah, I think this is going to be great. We just need to change the sound because it just doesn't work right. Or actually, maybe we need to change the pitch of it. I don't know, let's try it out. I may not like it. Epic chamber drums. Actually, I made a mistake. I actually triggered this ambient synth here as the bass drum. But it ended up sounding really cool. Oh yeah, the 2 hours I'm sure does stuff to you, you know, Toxic. Or Ryan as your YouTube name. That sounds sweet though. I thought I was gonna be making like ambient music. This is like Crash Bandicoot like kind of stuff. Okay, I like this. Maybe we're gonna go this direction. We still have about an hour, I think. Yeah, we still have a little more than an hour, so let's actually let's give this a little bit of delay to kind of give it like a right left kind of thing maybe. What's the fun thing about these challenges, Shrapnel City? Reminds me of PS1 sound effects. Yes. It didn't even occur to me when you called me Tox. That's not how I show up here. Thank you, Mew. Yeah, Ryan, I recognize you because your picture. It's the same picture across all of your platforms. Oh yeah, exactly. That's also why I like this kind of workflow, which is really weird, you know, like especially like programming the music, because like you have no idea where the music's going to take you. Like you think you know what you're doing, and then it just does something different, and it's like, oh, that's so cool. Like I have to do that now. Okay. What if I had like a hi-hat? What would that sound like? And how would I program that? Give me a second, guys. I'm just thinking about how I'm going to do it. Let's just add it in. Let's see what happens. We'll do it live. Dude, I love the way everything sounds with this reverb. I know it's excessive. I have no idea what I'm doing either, Shrapnel City. No, I mean, I have a general idea, but I have to figure out how to like implement the triggering of the notes first. Well, I'm thinking about not just doing it randomly, but kind of having like a boom, 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 right? That kind of thing. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna implement it in the what do you call it? In the drum function. I'm doing too many things at one time, guys. No, I don't want to change this. I want to zoom in and move this to middle C, which I think might be C3 in renoise. Sometimes it's C3, even though I think it really should be C4, but MIDI, events, and then RTS out. That's note amount. That's note 60. Okay, C3 is middle C. Oh, come on. It won't let me see. Every time it hits it, it like unselects it from me. That's not very intuitive. Okay. So now we have that. And then what I wanted to do is actually make this, I think the bass note should be lower? What? No, it should be higher. No, it should be lower. Oh, man. Oh, that's fine. I was getting worried because it was having like a pitch that's audible, and I was like, oh man, I don't know, I don't really want that. Okay. And now that was the fun part. I got to figure out how to trigger a note every other, like dum, tss. Or actually wouldn't it? It would actually be dum, tss, so it wouldn't. You would have to do it like on the offbeat. This might be really tricky. Let's get rid of this. So do for I from 0 to mount. Okay. Let's make some logic. So let's say let's make a little function to do this for me. Drum determine. 1 hour mark. Man, I still got an hour. You know what? I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy with what I have so far. I didn't think I was actually going to have drums, so that's pretty cool. Okay, input. So what do I want it to do? I want it to... Remember to take the +1 out. Yes, I already did that. It's apparently it's never too early for dinner. Come on, man. Let's see. We have even. Let's see what this does. True. False. True. Okay. So basically, if it's even, it should be a bass drum. If it's odd, it should be a hi-hat, right? If even, if input is even, then it should be 60. Else, which would be it's odd, it should be 61. That should be easy. And then we just put, well, then we have the note. Okay, this makes it. Watch this. We can just say 0 and 1, and then we can just say plus note. So let's do drum determine I, which is our counter, plus. Is this gonna work? Let's see what happens. We did it. Let's just make it eighth notes, and then we have our quarter notes again. Wait, what did I just change? The note. No, I don't want that. I want this. Uh-oh. So after this, I need to start thinking about how I'm going to rearrange, or how I'm going to arrange the score, because right now I'm just like triggering these odd events, and I need to start thinking about the structure of these events. So, you know, are they going to trigger this one and then we wait like 30 minutes, or not 30 minutes, 30 seconds, and then trigger this one, and then that way we can kind of structure the piece a little bit. So yes, we do need to change this though. So this one should be set to none. Oh, this is great. So I can just add my EQ or filters. Oh, come on. It won't do the tab complete in Redux. That's stupid. Oh man, look at this. Isn't this silly? Why would they change this every time you trigger it with the keyboard? Like, I understand they're trying to make it easy for people who are like with a MIDI keyboard, but like, here, I have a MIDI keyboard. I can just do that. But I just think that's ridiculous. And let's go ahead and change this. We can actually LFO this, and I gotta remember it. Tab complete doesn't work in Redux. Yeah, so it's going to be so gentle that I don't think most people will notice it, but it's going to add some variety to it, I'm hoping. Oh. This is the kind of the problem with doing everything by note amounts, is that how do you know how many bars you're going to play, right? I mean, you could do the math on it, but it's like it's a lot of work when you only have 2 hours. All right, I need one more instrument, I think, like some kind of lead or something. Thank you. I think it's not really nice too. This is like a free Juno-like kind of synth. So let's be track 4. What do I want it to sound like? It's so fat, isn't it? I really don't want that. Yeah, but you need the chorus, right? That might work. Ooh, that sounds nice. I like that. Ooh. All right. Enjoy your dinner. Tell everyone what you're eating. Oh wow, it's got built-in delay. And it sounds good. Hmm. Yeah, I like the sound of this, but I kind of want something like more, you know. So I'm actually gonna switch this with Helm, because Helm is really big sounding. Oh, which one do I pick? Helm synth or just Helm? Let's just go with Helm. No, go away. Ugh. Yeah, and as you can tell, Helm's a lot louder, isn't it? Let's make sure it's going. It's not. So you switch the plugin and then it changes what track. I don't know. That's just not very intuitive. And it changes your MIDI number too. That is annoying. Let's try that. And I'll get some of those really bright kind of stuff. I'll just EQ that out because we ain't got much time left. Watch your ears. It's actually the wrong kind of filter, isn't it? Let's give me the full display. Oh, there's that really. That's what I want to get rid of, isn't it? Oh, it's a lot bigger than that. Okay. All right, we got that. That should be all set now. Now let's go back here and let's make a little function for this. Because I like that melody that I was just noodling with, so let's just do melody. Let's change the root of it. And we need MIDI channel. So yeah, we're gonna do the melody and common music too. I'm gonna try to do all the note triggering in that for fun. And then what we can do is we can just make this a list. So let's copy that. And let's call this melody list. I guess it won't be in the same rhythm, right? Because unless I like found a way to like input the rhythm and then parse it, that's a lot of work, and I'm starting to run out of time. So do 1, 2, 3, 4. Bum, bum. Dum. So, bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. We can do negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is that? That is C minus 12. C minus 12. Get rid of that. All right, we got that all taken care of. Let's just do for I from 0 to, we'll just do length of the melody list. So the length function is going to give me how many things are in that list. So that will determine how much it plays or how long. Yeah, sorry I'm kind of quiet right now. My brain is starting to melt a little bit. It's a rhythm. Key num. We can say this is nth I. Oh, whoops, no. I of melody list. And if it's nil, we'll say nil to 0. And we need the channel. Oh, we already have MIDI channel up there, so we nil to channel. How am I doing, guys? Am I doing all right? How are y'all doing, actually? That's the better question. Oh God, I'm running out of time. Well, this is the last, I think the last thing I'm going to add to the mix or the piece, and then, oh, you know what? Let's add one more thing. Let's make this a random number. Let's make this a random 4. It's only going to play once in the sequence of things, but it will change the melody every time just a tiny bit, and people will appreciate that. All right, let's hope this works. Rhythm. Yeah, we want 8th notes. And then MIDI channel, was it 3? 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Uh-oh, repeat amount is unbound. Oh, yes it is. Oh, What is that? It's mysterious. It just randomly triggered a note. Oh, this is the wrong, that is the wrong function. Yeah, repeat amount needs, so let's just do it 1, 3. Oh God, why am I not getting anything? Is this? That's right. Okay, we are getting MIDI. Oh, it's really subtype node 0 value. It's really low. Oh, I know why. Yeah, once you start making and programming a lot in this, sometimes your head can get a little fuzzy and you forget to do silly things like adding the root note to it. So I will say that's one of the downfalls to doing things like this, is that you really do need to take a break. Yeah, there we go. Right. Let's do that. Try another function on that channel. Nah, I figured it out. It was my programming. It was coming through like really low, like 0 mini note 0, 1, 12. Like that's, you're not gonna hear that, right? No instrument's gonna like actually play that. Oh man, okay. All right, let's just hear it all together. And then once we do that, we gotta sequence, like we gotta arrange our sequence. Yeah, this is gonna work. Let's not add early. Oh yeah, I am aware of the 30-second chat delay, but I appreciate you trying to help Shrapnel City. Don't mean to sound like I don't appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I'm just like, my head right now is like in deep thought, so I sound kind of monotone, I think. But I don't mean any disrespect or anything. I really appreciate all the comments. It just takes a lot of thinking to like get everything working. And let's add some digital reverb to kind of change up some of this. That's cool. Let's actually put it on a send though, so I can then delay it a little bit. Oh, I'm putting the send on the send. Why am I doing that? Don't do that. Keep source, and then we'll just send all of it. This is how I like to do sends. And then just kind of lower it in the main. And the main bus here. Thank you, Shrapnel City. Be kind to yourself. Thank you. It's good messages. Be kind to yourself. So loud though, isn't it? real problem is that it's just in the same frequencies. So if we just carve out some of these frequencies, like, I know that sounds pretty thin now, but with everything else, it's not gonna sound as thin. Alright, dude, we're at a great point now. We are at a fantastic point. So, oh yeah, I'm not sure, Ryan. We're at a fantastic point now because now we can just focus on the arrangement. Everything else is sounding pretty decent. I mean, of course, like, I could probably do way better in mixing and things like that, but I kind of like how, like, I don't know, how grungy and kind of reverby it is. Starting to get tired, looking forward to seeing the end result. Thank you, I appreciate it. Me too, actually. I'm looking forward to the end result. I forgot what I was saying now. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, so I need to arrange it now, and we have about 30 minutes to do that. So that will be perfect because we can just play with the arrangement until things start working well. And how I'm going to do it is probably just by doing it in a progin, which lets you wrap other functions together. So it's just going to go from the top of, like, from line by line. So we have this function, we have another function. It's just going to execute them from top to bottom. So we can then sequence our events that way. And I'm going to make another function. Let's go to full Emacs. I'm going to make another function that is going to let me make easy events. We're going to call it easy event. And then we just say what event we want. Or let's call it function. So we're just going to say events. And then we say function. And then RTS out. So this will let us, this should just let us play and make easy functions or easy musical events instead of having to type everything out every time. Melody 1, 3. Easy events is undefined. No, it's got an S set on the end. Perfect. So actually, you know what? Let's try something. Let's put it in a list and see if we can actually, what is it called? If we can actually put multiple in one, because that would make my life a lot easier. There is, can we say optional? Let's say rest, I think is, that allows me to put multiple things in. Let's see, this might sound really dissonant. Aha! Isn't that cool? So now I can just like throw things into a function really quickly. All right. So I guess the first thing we'll do is we'll start off with the ambient synth. I forget what this sounds like now, but that's okay. Repeat amount 25. Let's see what this sounds like. Oh, what am I doing? It needs to be easy event. I'm trying to think, maybe we can actually have a way to like get rid of the hi-hat when we don't want it. I'm trying to think through it how I would do it for a second. So velocity is amplitude. You can say if, let's say, Let's say, let's add it to the end. If hi-hat is true. Does that work like that? Let's say let's make a test variable. I'm starting to lose it, guys. No. So I think it's EQ. Yes. Oh, it's actually not false. It's nil. No. Okay. Yes. So if hi-hat is true, then oh, and then if also if I is odd, right? Or no, if it's even. If I is even, then amplitude is 127. Else 0. So that's going to say, if I say that the hi-hat is nil, it's not going to play the hi-hat. It's going to play it, but it's going to be at 0, which is not playing it in MIDI terms. All right, we're at the hour 30 mark. This is great. I think I'm doing okay. So if it's, so let me break down my if statement here. If hi-hat is true, then it's going to go to this another if statement. Else, oh no, this isn't actually right, is it? So if hi-hat true, then if the counter is even, oh geez, sorry guys. I'm sorry if this is painful to watch. Hi-hat is true, and if even, then 27. Yep. And then else 127. And then else if even I 0 and then 127. Okay, we got this. I know that's ridiculous, but it's going to add some nice functionality. So let's see. Channel hi-hat. So let's say nil. I got it reversed. Oops. There we go. Yep. Sweet. That's going to be really cool. So I guess we could start off with, oh yeah, one more thing. Let's go ahead and define our channels. This will make things easier. 0 equals, what is this? Wave station. 1 equals, whatever this is. What is this? Marimba. 2 equals, is that right? I guess it is. Drums. Yeah, that's right. And 3 equals the lead. That's the melody. Okay. So for this project, I could have probably just hard coded the MIDI channels into the function since I'm doing it so specifically. But you know, it's sometimes you might want to use a function on another instrument, right? So let's see what we got. So maybe we can do like, I don't know, put this 80. Oh, I changed the key. Let's make it double. That's another cool thing about defining the root note, is that you can change the key of it later if you want. So I plan on doing that to make some really cool, like, you know, we can like change key centers and like actually modulate the song, which is really cool. I forget how to use bass drum now. Say 20, 60. Rhythm should be 8th note, 2, and then let's make that nil. And then is it sleep that gives us seconds? It is. So we can sleep, it's just gonna call it from top to bottom. So we need to tell it to wait before we trigger other things if we want it to be like one thing and then another thing on top and something else. So we can say sleep and then sleep something. We can actually say the rhythm command and then tell it how many. I think we could possibly say like quarter note and then multiply it by how many we want to wait by based on the tempo, which is kind of convenient. So we can say what, if it's a 4/4 song, which it kind of is, say 16 and then so it's going to wait 16 beats before it comes in. That's too little, right? There's a way to do it where it will, I'm sure there's a way to make it so you play one thing and then something else plays. But I don't know how to do that yet, so I have to do these crazy progins. And I have to guess, which is, it's gonna probably be pretty rough, but it's okay. Let's actually say, I bet this is gonna be too little still. Oh, you know what? I could give it whole notes, couldn't I? And they would give me bars. 64 divided by 4, 16. That's much better. Okay, I want that kind of thing, and then I want it to like stop for a second. What is this? Oh boy. Sleep for that plus, I don't know, 3 seconds. And then we'll do like another list of things like this. With the bass drum. Probably run out of time. Why did I do this? is it like, did I like accidentally get rid of something here? The chat, you need to help me out. What did I do? If there's anyone here. I must have done something. I don't know. But it's not important. It's just plus, I don't know, 3. Oh, I see what I did. Variable sleep is unbound. Make this like 90. Oh god, it's gotta listen to it all over again. So there's no way to like, if I hit start playing something, there's no way to stop playing it as far as I know, besides just cutting it off, like in renoise or unconnecting the MIDI. But then I get nothing, right? So I know there's a way you could make individual MIDI channels for each function if I wanted to, but I don't know how to do that yet. So I'm just doing it this way. Bum, 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 bum. And then wait. Aha. Okay. And then we add that. And then we'll go up 3 semitones, minor third. So I guess we'll need to also sleep. Oh man, this is going to be tricky because how do I like trigger it afterwards? I'm going to have to like figure out how to like determine when I should be triggering these things. Oh, that is a problem. I really gotta solve that in this workflow. I can guess, I guess. It would be nice if it like printed out like what second it's on to like the REPL, like the this right here, the output. This is like the terminal, right? Not the terminal, but the like the shell. Okay. Now I need to figure out when it's going to play this stuff. Unless it just did. I think it just did. Oh, no, it didn't. And then we can go back down to the root that we had originally. And then we can add in our melody. '72, and then the rhythm, what does it need to be? 8th note. One, and then what? Oh, I see the problem. I just played this one singular event function, not the whole thing. Okay, we'll do that. I really got to figure out how to sequence events. Because this is not working. This is rough. Go ahead and add some gain. Kind of pre-master it. Okay, so if I know that this takes, what, 6 seconds to play? Oh god. This is not too good. But, oh. Oh, am I doing something wrong here? There's no RTS out. How is this even playing? Yeah, I need to make this an event, easy event. I need to change all of these because I made this function to get rid of these kinds of problems, and here I am still not using it. I mean, come on, why wouldn't I do that? So 30. So it should be 30 plus, I don't know, 6. What happens if we just add a little bit of distortion? Just a tiny bit. Nice. So now we gotta label our easy events. That's okay. So 1. And then we'll make it easy sleep. We'll make it easy sleep so I know when the sleep functions are done. Label. Oh, let me just add this right here. 5. A little bit and just record these into Renoise, and then I could just like easily see, I could record them and then I could hit play and then I could just like change the notes there and do all that good stuff. But I kind of want to keep it like this just for fun, but I only have about 10 minutes left, so that's not good. So we'll do the sleep. Let's say sleep amount. And then the sleep amount. And then we can say print concatenate. We'll say sleep, and then we'll concatenate with our label. I think this will work. Let's see if it will work. Whoop. Bad thing to be a type specified. Okay, what does that mean? Sleep is unbound, okay. Ah, I think I gotta say string. Okay, let's look up the manual. Of course it goes on my other screen. Okay. See it being used. String. Okay. That makes sense. Sleep label. Perfect. Okay, we'll get rid of that. So then we say concatenate, say string, and then we have that. And now if we change, let's replace sleep with easy sleep. Bloop, 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 bloop. Valid number of arguments. thing I could do is just play it one thing, record the output, play another thing, record the output, play another thing, record the output, and then I could sequence them together, which may be easier actually, since I'm running out of time, than trying to do this. Let's play it one more time. I really only have about 5 minutes left. Where's S4 at? Okay. Now I know. See this 1 here. We're at easy event 1. Maybe let's not get into negative correlation. Still waiting for S4 to end. We need to actually say start, so that way I know when it's starting and ending. But it's not going to matter much because I need to actually just bounce. I need to bounce the arrangement out. At this point, I just don't have enough time, which is fine. As you know, if I had known how to actually sequence things in this, I could actually do it, I think, and stay on time and get everything like just sequence in common music, which would be sick. I would love that, but I need to keep working at that. And then I'll be able to do it eventually, I'm sure. But for the moment now, I think I'll just take these snapshots, record them into something, and yep, and then just sequence them together. Oh, congrats, Ryan. I hope dinner was good. I'm basically still sequencing things and figuring out that the way I was doing it by sequencing it with Progin is just not going to work. So I think what I'm going to do instead is just focus on the events that I want and the amount of time that I want, and then I'm just going to record them into, like, I don't know, Reaper or something, and then just sequence them that way as like individual events. And then I can just, I can kind of just arrange it that way. I think it's just much better than trying to fiddle with this. So I have that. Let's go ahead and I don't think, I'll just try to figure out what I want things to sound like. Let's go here to, let's change it to 63. And then the melody needs to be +3. Maybe we'll do another one of these. Oh, so that's time. For some reason I don't have the hi-hat. I'm not quite sure why. Wait, did I have the hi-hat? I can't remember, but I have run out of time now. But I think I'm just going to like finish the structure, which it will just be, it won't be too much longer. I'll just do this little thing, you know, and then maybe we might change key again and then play it a little bit, and then maybe we'll just drop out some of the things and it will just be like, actually I should probably start typing this. So we play event 7, right? Play it again, and then what else? We go back to key 60 as the root. From there, play key 60 again with variants, and then we'll just start dropping things out. And then we'll just fade out back to ambient synth. So I'll drop everything out until ambient synth. Yep. And that's it, I think. The structure might be kind of lame, but I was just focusing so much on this that I was just like, well, I probably should have, you know, in hindsight, you know, I probably should have not tried this and just kind of done like chunk, record, chunk, record, chunk, record, and then sequence them up in like a standard non-linear editor, right? Like Reaper or something. I think that's non-linear, not linear. So that would probably have been better. Then I could have just focused on the arrangement and the parts that I wanted, and it would have been a lot nicer. And kind of done like tape music, right? Where you just kind of splice things together. But that's okay. I mean, I learned a lot in this process, I think. I didn't think I was going to be able to get a track this quickly. I'm pretty happy with this. So, my first 2-hour challenge. I've done many game jams before, but never done just a 2-hour thing. I usually spend about 4 hours if I through write something. So, if I were to just track it out and renoise like this. But doing it with this it's a lot of fun because you come up with stuff you have no idea what you're going to make. Yep. So I think that's it, guys, and potentially girls, or theys, which is fine too. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone watching the stream and commenting. It makes it a lot more fun when you have people talking to you while you're writing it. And thanks for listening through this crazy setup and lots of keyboard clacks. I kind of like the way my keyboard sounds. But so thank you, and maybe I'll do this again sometime. Let me know if I should in the comments. And go to my website at bthale.com. So thank you so much.